So I've been enjoying Legacy a lot, but I know you guys love those lists, so here is my top 10 figures from the Transformers Legacy line Year 1, with a couple caveats. I'm including the store-exclusive lines, like the Speedia 500 in this list, and I'm excluding package refreshes from Kingdom. And it should go without saying that this is my list, and it's based on figures I actually bought, so if someone is missing, it doesn't mean they aren't great, it means for whatever reason I don't own them, or in some cases couldn't find them. Technically, this figure said Legacy on the packaging, but I want to keep this list to figures that were retail releases. I do love my Starsaber though, so definitely check out my videos on him, preferably after you watch this. Sometimes simple is best. Core Class Iguanus is just a fun little toy with a brilliant motorcycle alt mode. I love the mashup of his Pretender shell with the inner robot, and it's just really fun having other Core Class figures ride him. I know this feels like a cheat to put two figures in the same spot, but if I'm being honest, I couldn't decide which one to put on this list. RAD Scourge is one of my favorite designs ever, and Laser Prime has always been one of those figures I regret missing out on back in the day. I'd have ranked this mold higher if it wasn't for the stupid arms, but after spending way too much money on their glow-ups, with Toy Hacks decals and various upgrade kits, I had to include them on this list. This mold just looks so cool in both modes. Their colors are awesome. They both look great, and honestly, I make fun of the arms, but I'm always going to love Laser Prime's design for Optimus. It is a fantastic time for Transformers when a character like Minerva is getting a new toy. The frustrating thing about this figure was it wasn't easily available, but luckily a friend hooked me up, and I was able to add Minerva to my Japanese Transformers lineup. She may not be a headmaster anymore, but I think this is a brilliant update to the original. Great colors, great head sculpt, and just a wonderful reminder that anyone can show up in Legacy. I used to own the original Inferno, and he was definitely one of the more disappointing early Beast Wars figures. This new incarnation is fantastic. The colors pop, the head sculpt with its opening jaw is brilliant. This figure just embodies everything that made the character so fun to watch on screen. I just wish he had come with his signature giant flamethrower. I skipped the Astro Train release in Siege. I never had much interest in the character, but I cannot resist a deep-cut Japanese character reference like Galaxy Shuttle. I'll never own the original, so I had to have this toy. This is just a great example of what a new head sculpt and a little paint can do. The details are fantastic, down to the Victory logo on the side of the shuttle mode, and the launch platform painted to look like the Micromaster Countdown base. I do feel the black paint is excessive in the train mode, and that it will easily scratch up, but I also don't really use the mode anyway, so it doesn't really become a factor. I have a love-hate relationship with Dragstrip. I love the figure. It's got a fantastic transformation, looks awesome in both modes, and is just overall a blast to mess around with. I hate it because I knew if I bought it, I would be forced to track down the rest of the Stunticons. And I was right. I have so many childhood memories playing with the original Goldbug, and I've always felt it was a shame that he doesn't get nearly as much love as Bumblebee. I mean, I understand why, but for me, Goldbug is better, and I was stoked to see this version of the toy with his fantastic gold paint that contrasts beautifully with the blue. I love the head sculpt, and honestly, the mold just works so well as Goldbug. I know it's a VW Beetle, which immediately says Bumblebee to most people, but his robot mode just looks like a Throttlebot to me, and there was no way I was missing out on it. I think I've established at this point that I really like Generation 2, so it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone that I rank Gaxis high on this list. His existence in the toy line would be enough to get him here, but it helps that this figure is pretty awesome. Fantastic sculpting, like he just walked out of the comics. Gaxis is just an overall awesome piece to have in any collection. Really, his only fault was the massive hole under the cockpit in jet mode, but some nifty gap fillers took care of that. I might be one of the few people that liked Combiner Wars Motormaster, especially in those ridiculous G2 colors. But, as I mentioned with Dragstrip, a good toy is a good toy. Commander Class Motormaster is just so cool. The transformation is clever. The sculpted details are excellent. I've always liked Motormaster, and this iteration definitely skirts the line of a masterpiece. I look at him, and I can easily hear the bullying voice commanding his team.
Staticons, merge to form Minosaur!
I'll save that for another video. Technically a Year 1 release, so it counts. Transmetal 2 Megatron is one of those toys that just represents what I imagined the toy to be as a kid. Nothing against the original, but I absolutely love this new incarnation. The Dragon mode is fantastic, spewing fire on his enemies, burninating the countryside. The gold paint looks incredible against the red, and the sculpted scales are just perfect. This is an awesome figure that should be in any Beast Wars fans' collection. Yes! And there you have my top 10 figures from Transformers Legacy Year 1. Feel free to comment below what your favorite figure from Legacy has been, or let me know who you want to see join the line. Personally, I'd love Leo Kaiser and Road Caesar to make an appearance, but with lines like Legacy, who knows who'll turn up? I release new videos every Wednesday, so until next time,